Hello dear students, welcome back once again to this video tutorial. Today we're going to start with a new chapter from part B of economics, that is unit 1 chapter 1 statistics. In this chapter we're going to learn the meaning of statistics, its scope and the importance of statistics in economics. So for this unit I'll be making two tutorials. The first tutorial will be based on the meaning and the scope, and the next tutorial will be its limitation and the importance, functions, limitations, and importance of statistics. So here, what do you mean by statistics? The first thing that we have to understand in order to learn the scope and also the importance of statistics in economics, we have to first know what statistics means. So statistics is referring to, or it refers to some numerical facts relating to any phenomena dealing with quantitative information. Okay, so here statistics, when you talk about quantitative information, you have to understand that it's talking about numericals. Okay, here you see the numerical facts that is given here. So here, when we say relating to any phenomena, we mean any phenomena in social sciences or exact science dealing with quantitative informations. That is referring to facts and figures. Okay, so for example, we can say the facts and figures pertaining to population, agricultural and industrial production, national income, profits and sales of a firm, bank rates and inflation, family expenses and income, performance of an economy, poverty level, literacy level, pollution level, global warming. All this thing constitutes statistics. Okay, because it can all be you can provide the facts and figures of all these points that I've mentioned. Now, for your better understanding, I want you all, while you're listening to the tutorial, I want you to open your textbook as well. So the page number that we are referring here today is page number 155. So I want you to open page number 155, and as we continue with the tutorial, I want you to follow up the textbook as well. Yeah? Now, okay. So when we talk about statistics, we have learned that it refers to some numerical facts relating to any phenomena dealing with quantitative information in social science or exact science, dealing with quantitative informations such as the facts and figures pertaining population, literacy level, pollution, etc., etc. Yeah. So here, the word statistics is we can say that it is considered in two forms. Okay, so the first one, it is in singular form, plural form, and the other one it is singular noun or singular noun or singular form, you can say. So the plural form that we're talking about, it is mainly the characteristics of statistics. Okay, and the singular noun, we are mostly talking about the statistics method. Now we will go ahead and learn about statistics in singular noun and statistics in plural noun, or we can say statistics in singular sense or plural sense. Now, in exam, mostly you will be asked, if you are being asked to define statistics in plural form or plural sense, I will just write it down here. All right. Now, here, if you look into the definition, it is given. Professor Horace Sechrest defines statistics as, by statistics we mean aggregate of facts offered to marked extent by multiplicity of causes, numerically expressed, enumerated or estimated according to reasonable standards of accuracy, collected in a systematic manner for a predetermined purpose and placed in relation to each other. So Professor Horace Sechrest defines statistics in all these terms. Okay, the first one, by statistics we mean aggregates of fact offered to marked extent by multiplicity of causes, Yeah, it is numerically expressed, enumerated, or estimated according to reasonable accuracy, placed in relation to each other. It is collected for a predetermined purpose, and it is collected in a systematic manner. So these are the characteristics of statistics. Okay, so statistics is not it cannot it is not considered, or it does not deal with isolated numbers. You cannot come up with a single number. With a single number you cannot form a statistics. Yeah, it has to be collection of numbers. So that is why we say it is an aggregate of facts. So when you are collecting all the facts and putting it in a table, you are collecting all the facts and figures. Yeah, so that is why the first thing is that it is an aggregate of fact. By statistics you mean aggregate of facts offered to marked extent by multiplicity of causes. It is numerically expressed uh, or to estimated or reasonable accuracy. It is placed in relation to each other. It is also collected for a predetermined purpose, and it is collected in a systematic manner. So all these points are the characteristics of statistics in plural sense, or as again in the previous topic we say, when we're talking about statistics as a plural noun, we're mostly talking about the characteristics of statistics. Even the question you're being asked to write the characteristics of statistics, you can mention these characteristics of statistics. Okay, that is aggregate of facts, all the 7 points. So now let's see about the meaning of statistics in singular noun or singular sense. Now, again, let's go back to the previous page again. Here it says statistics method are considered as statistics as a singular noun. So the points that we're going to read out now, these are the methods of solving statistics or forming a statistical data. Now, how do we do that? You first have to collect data. So here, statistics in singular noun, it is defined as Croxton and Cowden define statistics as the collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of numerical data. According to Lovett, the science of statistics deals with collection, classification, and tabulation of numerical facts as the basis for explanation, description, and comparison of phenomena. So when you are collecting a large volume of information, it has to be systematically produced. So here the collection of data, organization of data, presentation of data, analysis of data, interpretation of data, all these things are the methods, okay, of collecting statistical facts and figures. Now, the first thing is collection of data. For statistical investigation, the first thing that you have to do is collect data. Now, once the data is collected, it is organized. You have to organize the data. Secondary data is normally in organized form, but data for further analysis and primary data needs to be arranged in a systematic manner. So if you have taken any data from secondary sources, it has already been in an organized manner. But if you are collecting data from a primary source, you have to arrange in a systematic manner. Okay. After that, you have to present the data. How do you present the data? You present the data in a tabulated form or in a table. Yeah, so tabulated data is presented in the form of graphs and diagrams to facilitate statistical analysis. So in presentation of data, the tabulated form, the tables that you form, you represent this in forms of graphs. Yeah, be it histogram, bar graph, or polygon, or any other form of presentation of data. Now, once you are done with that, the fourth thing that you have to do is to analyze the data. The fourth one is analysis of data. So data is collected for specific purpose by the investigator. So after organization and presentation of data, the most important is analysis of data, because The outcome of investigation is based not only on the data collected, but also the technique used to analyze the data. So the most important here is analysis of data. Lastly, interpretation of data. So the interpretation of data requires great degree of skill and experience of the investigators. If the data is not interpreted correctly, it would lead to incorrect conclusion and adversely affect decision making strategy for the pre-decided objectives. So if your interpretation is wrong, then your decision making would also be wrong. Therefore, interpretation of data, you have to have a great degree of skill to do that. Okay, so these are the methods of statistics. First one is collection of data. Organize the data. Well, if it is primary, you have to organize it in a systematic manner. If it is secondary, it is already organized. After that, you have to present the data in a tabulated form and then form graphs and diagrams. And after that, you have to analyze the data. Once you're done with analyzation of data, lastly, you have to interpret the data. So these are the methods of statistics. Now, next we will study about the scope of statistics. Now, the scope of statistics is very vast and is continuously increasing with increasing competition, shrinking world, and advancement of technology. So it is not confined to one scope, or it's not fixed, or it is not rigid, but it is always continuously expanding because of the increasing competition. Okay, so here there is hardly any field which can escape from statistics. Production, consumption, investment, distribution, marketing, taxation, environment, banking, trade, commerce, education, and health issuance requires statistical tools to analyze the problem and derive the solution. So, which means that statistics is used everywhere. Okay, it is not only the government that uses the statistical facts and figures, but every other field uses statistics in order to derive the solutions. So in the textbook, you see there are the examination of few important fields where statistics is used are given three places mostly where statistics are used are government, business, and economics. Now, how are they, how government uses statistics, or how business or economics uses statistics? We will go ahead and learn one by one. And the first one is statistics and the government. Statistics and the government. Here, statistical data and statistical methods help in promoting human welfare, bringing stability in economy, and promoting growth of the country. It helps in the appropriate policy formation and monitoring its effective implementation by the government. Example like telecom, railways, defense, education, industrial, and agricultural policies are framed with the help of statistical data and methods. So now most of the policies that the government brings out with regard to railways, defense, education, industries, all these things, in order to bring policies, they use statistical data and also statistical method. Okay, so this is how statistics is used in government. Now, statistics and business. Now, a firm produces goods and services to earn profit. Now, profit is governed by cost incurred in production of goods or services, price of factors input used. It may be labor or capital, technology available, number of competitors in the market, etc. Now, all these details are accessible to the producers of the firm with the help of statistical data and methods. So if a company, if a business person wants to get hold of all this data, they have to get facts and figures, and then they mostly have to use all these statistical methods in order to get all this data as well. So therefore, even in business, statistics is used. Lastly, it is statistics and economics. Now, in the field of economics, it is almost impossible to think of a number or of a problem which does not require an extensive use of statistical data. So it's like indispensable. Yeah, statistics is indispensable in economic analysis. You cannot exclude statistics in economics. It is inevitable. You cannot take it out. So here, economics are based on study of a large number of units, and their analysis is enabled by statistical data and the methods. So for economics to study a large number of a number of units and their analysis, they have to go ahead and then use statistical tools, methods, in order to get all those data. So these are the various scope of statistics. Okay, you can write more of it. Statistics in the government, statistics in business, statistics in economics. You can also write statistics in environment, banking, trade, education, anywhere where you can relate statistics with. Yeah, so these are the scope of statistics. So as I mentioned, I will be covering one more unit, and the next video I will start with a different topic again. So the last one that we're left with today is the need of statistics in economics. Why statistics is important in economics? Why there's need of statistics in economics? Now, as we learn that statistics, it refers to the numerical facts and figures relating to many phenomena. The most important thing is that it measures national income. Okay, it measures national income, export, imports, and per capita of the country. Now, it also helps to rate India's position in the world economy. Now, since statistics deals with all the facts and figures, it helps to position India's economy in the world as well. Okay. The second one is it helps in formulation of budget of the country. Now, so when we say it helps in formulation of budget of the country, we're talking in terms of allocation of funds for primary, secondary, and tertiary sector, as well as estimating the source of revenue for the government in terms of taxes. So whenever you are forming a budget, it also helps you to estimate the revenue as well. Okay, from where how much revenue are we getting from different sectors. The third one is it helps in estimation of agricultural and industrial production and provides insight to the government for allocation of subsidies to weak and infant industries. It also helps in formulation of credit policy for the government. So it helps in estimation of agricultural production and also helps to allocate subsidies to weaker section of those agricultural or industrial industries. The fourth one is it studies the market structure and facilitate pricing of goods and services. So here, consumers' welfare and inflation is monitored through statistical measures. So when it studies the market structure and sees facilitate the pricing of the products or goods or services that is marketed. Okay, and that way it helps to monitor and the consumer's welfare and inflation. Okay, number 5, it helps in analysis of demographic structure of the country, population density, poverty level, literacy level, standard of living, etc. So these are the various need of statistics in economics. Why we need statistics in economics. Yeah. So with this, we have come to the end of the first tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll discuss about the functions, limitation, and importance of statistics. All right. So this is it for today. I'll see you all in the next tutorial.